Should have done a drum roll.
Question for Nicole. Nicole, your work invites women to see themselves again, not the world's version, their true version. What is the moment in your life when you realised that no one was coming to give you permission to love yourself and you had to choose to become the woman you now paint?
So, I've never really shared this, but I'm going to on TV. After my separation from my ex-wife or my ex-partner, we never got down the aisle. I had never been alone. I'd always had a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and I'd never been alone in my entire life. And I found myself alone, and I had to work out who I was. And I ate, I dated, I drank, I had some drugs. I did all the things to try and make the feelings go away. And then I had to sit in my pain, and I had to grieve, and I had to go through a lot of childhood trauma. And I had a good couple of years where my mental health was pretty bad, you know, and I've been a very strong, driven, successful woman my whole life. So this was really hard for me. And in my darkest moments, I didn't want to wake up, you know, and it was really hard. And I almost couldn't even accept that, you know, but I got to a point where and it wasn't even dramatic. It's just, I could not bear the pain so much that I was like, I just think it will be easier to just not be here, you know. And I knew in that moment I realized I had to rebuild myself, and I had to learn to love who I was. And that was probably right now about 3.5 years ago. And in that 3.5 years, I've been mildly obsessed with being the best version of me that I can be. And it's meant removing people, family members. You know, I have a long distance relationship with my family, and it's been really, really hard. But that was the moment where I knew no one was saving me. You know, I think I'd owned 10 or 20 properties, but never one of my own. And now I have my own apartment, and I decorated it myself. And there's just so much strength in that. And I feel, you know, I now want to be that voice for those other women, so that they can get out of the unhappy marriage, or, you know, do the thing, you know, not conform and have children. Like, it is your life. And, you know, if you were to find out that you're going tomorrow, you're not going to sit back and go, oh, I'm glad I did what my mum and dad wanted me to do, or I'm glad you know. And that's not to say I'm there. Like, my self-worth journey will be a forever journey. You know, I'm certainly not there, but I'm a hell of a lot better than I was. You know, and I'm now grateful for our separation. I'm grateful for the hardest thing that I ever dealt with in my life has made me a better person.
Awesome.
Thank you. Great question.
Awesome.